Hey, my name's Ryan Sterling. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite albums of all time, Dennis Wilson's Pacific Ocean Blue. So good. This is the beautiful triple vinyl version. It's got all the Bamboo tracks, the stuff he was working on after Pacific Ocean Blue. I'm not going to talk about Bamboo at the moment, though. I'm going to talk about that in another video. So I firmly believe that Dennis should have owned the 70s with Neil Young and Joni Mitchell and Bob Marley. He should have been one of the icons of the 70s, but he wasn't. And I'm going to get to why I think that is the case in a little bit. But first, I want to say how much this album, there's so much collaboration on this album. And I think he learned that from his brother, Brian. Lots of people think Brian is this guy who just did everything himself and was this genius. And of course, he was an absolute genius. But he was a genius who knew how to collaborate, whether that was with Mike Love or with Van Dyke Parks or whoever else. He knew how to collaborate. Dennis did the same on this album and on the Bamboo stuff. So on the title track of this album, he collaborates with Mike Love. Now, Mike Love cops so much flack, and he's a bit of a douche at times, but I do believe he should be given more respect because he wrote the lyrics to some of the greatest songs of all time. Good Vibrations, for example, so many others. He should receive way more respect than he does, but he doesn't help himself, I admit that. Anyway, Dennis also, during Beach Boys, collaborated with Dodgy Little Fella that we're not going to talk too much about. Infamous guy that's went down in history as one of the more heinous individuals of the 20th century. Let's forget about that as well. On this album, he collaborated with his dear friend Greg Jacobson, who also knew that dodgy guy, his wife Karen Lamb, a little bit with Beach Boys sideman Stephen Kalinich, with Carl as well, and other people collaborating on this album. So why didn't he end up owning the 70s? He's got an album that he's got the side two, he's got some of the most beautiful tracks ever. I think Wilco, mid-period Wilco, must have been listening to side two of this record. I reckon PTSD is the reason why he didn't get to own the 70s. I reckon he grew up in a household with a pretty abusive dad. He obviously had ADHD or something similar, impulsive, reckless. I think the impulsivity and the recklessness is what drove him to that little weird heinous guy that we were talking about earlier. You know I'm talking about, right? Manson, yeah? I think, and then having been involved in that world with a person that brought such sorrow and horror to the world, I think that's going to mess you up completely and drive you further into drugs and alcohol, a thing you already had a propensity for. You're going to go deep into that. I think that's why he didn't get to own the 70s, because his demons overtook him. You've just got to go and listen to the actual record, though. I mean, I mentioned the songs off side two, but like a song like Thoughts of You, it's almost like this beautiful piano sparse thing, and then it almost goes into this like Pink Floyd kind of sounding stuff. He played so many of the instruments himself, so much bass harmonica and all this amazing stuff. He got other players in. It's just really incredible. It's sonically beautiful. Go and put some headphones on, listen to it. My name's Ryan Sterling. Please like and subscribe. Have a fantastic day. Thank you. Bye.